What's good, everybody? What's up, everybody? What is good? Give me 1 second. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It's been a minute. Give me a second. I'm coming. Not in a freaky way. Get your head out the gutter. Get your head out the gutter. Can y'all get your head out the gutter real quick? What's good, everybody? This your girl, China White. And you are listening to the mindset of a black woman. What's up? Give me 1 second. This is actually gonna be real quick because I haven't been on live and I miss everybody. We're gonna talk about real quick why women fake orgasm. I want to get into an in-depth. Now I did a live stream. Y'all. Give me a second. I did a live stream on this already. Let me see how I sound. I did a live stream on why women fake our orgasms, right? Hey, what's good, everybody? What's good? I did a live stream on this. Let me see how I sound. All right, I sound good. Okay, so I did a live stream on why women fake our orgasm. Why do we do that, y'all? I know women fake their orgasms. They do. But I heard DJ in the interview, and I'm gonna play a little bit of it tonight. So this live stream gonna be real quick. But we're gonna break down the layers of women lying to you. Yeah, she lying. So how is everybody? Listen, y'all. I was so drained last week. I was so drained last week. Like, listen. Oh, look, let me tell y'all something. My nigga be having me drained. Listen, he be taking me on a roller coaster ride. Like, listen, I be so fucking drained. I be tired, y'all. I do. Like, that's how a woman should feel when she dealing with a man. Like, and then I get caught up with what the fuck going on in my personal life, and then I'm like, I need a break from live streaming because last week I was like, right? So let's see. All right, I shared it to my platforms, all my channels. All right, so why do women fake their orgasm? Fam, we fake our orgasm. Number one reason is because it's not that good, okay? The sex is not good, okay? I'm going to keep it a buck. You want me to keep it a buck? It don't be good. Let me see. Let's play. I'm going to share it. Okay. So it's like this, right? The sex don't be good. It don't. The sex do not be good. That's off rip. Women lie about that. Women lie about having an orgasm because number one, if you're not doing it the way we like it, we're just gonna go ahead and like fake it. I'm gonna tell you why we fake it is because we don't want to hurt your feelings. When a woman is faking, she don't want to hurt you. Men gotta understand. I know you might be like, well, if she why she not being honest with me? Well, we're not being honest with you because even when we're honest with you, you still don't do it right. Like you don't. I always hear men stroke their own ego and they be like, yeah, I know how to break a girl back. I know how to get, they always be stroking their egos. I'm not the type of chick. I never be like, oh my God, I got the most amazing, I got the most amazing pussy. I got the most amazing this and that. I don't do any of that. I don't do that. I don't need to stroke my ego. I don't need to brag. Cause it's kind of like this. You are only good with the woman that deem you good. You can't just say you good because of the last two women. They could have said that to stroke your ego. So like if she knows she's dealing with a man and it's hard to talk to you, of course a woman is gonna fake her orgasm. She's not gonna keep it 100. She ain't gonna tell you the truth. She gonna tell you what you want to hear. And a lot of the time, like in long term relationships, if we have not yet get to know our bodies, if we ain't get to know our bodies, we ain't connect to our bodies sexually, mentally, we're not open. We leave that door closed until we run across a dude that can help us find our peak. Now, when I say that, what do I mean? It's kind of like, oh, can a woman catch an orgasm by herself, like without you? Like you just walking her through it, talk to her. That's like her getting to know her body. You get what I'm saying? Some dudes don't really understand that. Dudes don't really understand that. Dudes don't understand that like a woman, she has to know her body. Now, if you the man that's helping a woman know her body, if you that type of man, you basically will begin to imprint on a woman when you help her understand her body sexually, because she gonna always remember you because you took her to her highest peak. Okay, so that's number one. So number one is you're not that good. Number two, we don't want to hurt your feelings because you know already a lot of time if you walk into the bedroom with a woman, you be like, "Oh my God, I'm just this amazing man. I'm gonna break your back." Then off rip, the expectation is high. And when we're in the bedroom with you, the chemistry not there, we're gonna be thinking to ourselves like, hold on, this nigga said he was gonna break my back and he ain't break my back. Like you done talk the good game. Now it's kind of like we're in the bedroom and like I'm not really feeling it. Like a lot of times men sabotage themselves. Hold on, let me see. No, that's not. Let me tell you something. That's not true. Stop. Now it's like this. A lot of times men sabotage themselves by talking a good game. What you talking a good game for? I'm not like the other chick. Just because the last chick you was with and you give her head and that blow her mind, that may not blow my mind. What may blow my mind is my toes. What may blow my mind is my neck. What may blow my mind is you massaging me. That's what I'm saying. Like that is some simple minded ass shit. When you say, "Oh my God, I got the most amazing sex. I got the most amazing," and nah, that shit got to do with your energy. Let me tell you something. Everything starts with your energy. Everything. Everything starts with your energy. Everything starts with your tempo. That's just to set the mood off right. It don't start with your dick. It just don't. I'm sorry, it just don't. The vibes gotta definitely be there. If you taking a woman to her ecstasy mentally and it's energy between you two, you can take a woman to her ecstasy. You can do that. But it starts with your energy. It don't start with your dick. Okay? All right. So the dick is like the cherry on top, right? So when we talk about okay, so why women lie, so you done talk a good game, now you in the bedroom and you ain't all what you cut out to be. You said you would do this, you said you would do that, you said you would do this. Now you in the bedroom and all you leaning on is your dick. A lot of men just lean on their dick. Like what the fuck? Like this my thing. This what men need to understand. The clitoris is very sensitive. It is very sensitive. And it's so sensitive. It's more sensitive than okay, so the clitoris way more sensitive than a penis tip, right? It's super sensitive. And a lot of men don't know how to maneuver around it. It is gentle. Women do okay, if I say women don't want to be touched hard, some men be like, no, my girl like to be touched. Okay, I think it's for different people. I don't know no woman that like to be rough handled. around her clitoris area unless she's been rough handled before. That's a sign right there. Peep game. Because our clitoris is so sensitive. What's good, Jessica? Our clitoris is so sensitive. It's kind of like if a man is rough handling it, it hurt. So it's like a lot of men don't know what the hell they're doing in the bedroom. You think because you blew the last girl mind, because you in the bedroom with me, you blowing my mind, and you're not blowing my mind because I don't want to be rough handled. All right, that's three. Number four, one of the reasons why women lie because she want to finish the sex. It ain't good. It's just like I want to get it over with, so let me pretend. And my thing is this: why do people act like men don't fake orgasms? Men fake orgasms too. Men fake it. Men fake orgasms. Just like women, men fake orgasm as well. So, so we faking the orgasm because we want to get it over with. Like, I'm just gonna pretend so we can just get it over with because I have not yet this. You're not doing what I want. You don't know what you're doing. The energy is not there. We're just doing it just to do it. And a lot of times, if you're the type of guy that's like, and you always stroking your ego in front of us, we don't want to hurt you. A lot of men not open a conversation. Let me see. Right. So it is more. It is more. So we have the woman's spot, right? You got to figure out what her spot is. So, like for some women, their spots could be their neck, their spots could be their ear, their spots could be their feet. And there are little, it's like sensitive spots on our body. Some women it's their inner thigh, some women it's their outer thigh, on top of their thighs. Some women it's kind of like where their waist area is. It could be their nipples. It could be, their lips. Like certain women have spots. That's number one, okay? Another way, and we're going to talk about climax, right? Climax, right? That has a lot to do with foreplay. So it's how the foreplay is going because a lot of people they don't understand how to build up that build up right build up that sensation, the tension between y'all two. A lot of people don't know how to do that. Build up the sexual tension between y'all two. A lot of people don't know how to do that. So it's building up the climax is actually um it's not having sex, but it's more so like kissing, making love, kissing, fellatio, letting a woman go down on you, you going down on a woman, tongue kissing, rubbing, pulling, but not you do not. It's not no sexual contact. So that's building up, and it's kind of like when we connect with you, because we're gonna be connecting with you on a mental level, and it's kind of like that's how we experience our climax, right? That's another way women can have an orgasm. Now let me get into this because I did a lot of videos on I did a lot of videos on women faking their orgasm. So all right, so I'm about to share the screen. I'm about to share the give me a second. I'm about to share the screen so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Hold on. This is an interview of her and her husband. Like, listen, I'm not faking nothing. I refuse to. I feel like this. I ain't faking nothing. Like it's a waste of my goddamn time. I'm too grown for that. If you ain't that good, I'm gonna tell you ain't that good. I'm gonna tell you everything that I like. All right, so let's get into this.
And I was very inexperienced aside from sex. Before him, the furthest I'd ever gotten
So
was
it's like this, right? It's like this, and I talk about this a lot. Them long-term relationships, you don't really know the woman. You don't. You may know her when she was younger, but you don't know her when she's a older woman. It's we change. We're not the same girl you knew. That's what took place in my first relationship. It's kind of like when I grew into be a woman. It's kind of like he couldn't really handle me. That's how I feel. Like, and that's what took place. But it's like if you're in a long term relationship when she was younger, it's kind of like, yeah, we do this to do it. But what happened when I get older and I begin to understand my body? That's the thing right there I see with men, and I'm not putting this on your back, but you got to understand this. If in the bedroom, because we're not the same person, we got our bodies, our breasts, our nipples, da 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 da. Our clitoris, we got our thighs, we got our backs, we got our toes. Those things are really sensitive. So it's certain things that we like that you do when we are older. It's not the same when we were younger. We're fully developed. So we're over the age of 30. Let's say we're over the age of 20, 28. So I think a woman is fully developed past the age of 28. When a woman hit those ages, her body is fully developed. She don't feel the same way when she was younger. You get what I'm saying? All right, let's go. And I think a lot of men get caught up on that.
second base.
Yeah.
Before him went up my shirt, and I thought that was a big deal. So we were both turtles in our relationship. We waited to have sex to our 1 year anniversary, and he made it very special and romantic. But we were two kids that didn't really know what we were doing exactly, but we had fun figuring each other out. Most young girls, and even many, many, many women, I'm sure so many women can relate, but you don't know how to achieve an orgasm.
Yeah.
A lot of women have no idea what it feels like to have an orgasm through sexual intercourse. They know.
Right. And a lot of women lie. A lot of women lie because they don't know how it feels, especially when you're in a long time relationship and you never explored that side. We do lie. A lot of women lie. A lot of women lie. I don't care if she crying. I don't care if she's screaming. I don't care all that shit. Women lie because a lot of women never experienced an orgasm.
To do it themselves, or they know how to do it through oral sex, but through sexual intercourse, a lot of women just don't know. Now, if you don't know, how do you expect your man to know?
Mm-hmm.
I especially didn't know. So we would be intimate and he would be putting his best foot forward. Like, he is in the business of satisfying, just all around.
All right.
Just no. I'm talking about your mentality.
And fam, let me tell you something. This is a real conversation. Like, for him to be open about that, like, that speaks a lot of volumes. I heard people saying that he's stupid, he's dumb, he's weak, blah blah blah. No, it's to me, it's kind of like he want to get to the nitty gritty when it comes to his woman, because he already reaching his peak with her, but she ain't reaching her peak with him. And my thing is, you can't say you this, you that, you this, you that if you ain't conquering your woman in the bedroom. Like, to me, that just don't make no fucking sense. Like, if I'm not being conquered in the bedroom, like, that's a problem. Like, that's just a problem. I'm just saying.
Overall,
Just
like
all around.
just in life, like he lives to make me happy, and he puts his best foot forward.
And that's the problem right there. He lives to make her happy. Now, I can understand the conversation is about the sex thing, but I think that he's the type of man when it comes to her, he's weak. Like, look at him, he look like a sad puppy right there. But he's trying to satisfy her, and I'm like, you know what? Let me kind of change up a little bit because I'm getting different kind of vibes here. I think I don't think he's her kryptonite. I think, yeah, they had puppy love, but I think she's somewhere else. he's too weak when it comes to her. Because just by her saying that alone, he lives to make her happy. Yeah, that tells me a lot what's going on in the relationship. So he ain't really doing it for her in the bedroom. Like, I'm starting to change up. Even though he's doing the interview and putting it all out there, saying how his girl don't, like, you know what I mean, catch an orgasm. But just by listening to her and looking at him, he looks he looks like he ain't doing it for her. She want a challenge in the bedroom. She don't want nobody to just be pleasing her all the time. Cause she say he's a pleaser. He wants to please her. She don't see she seemed like the type of she seemed like the type of chick that want a man to show her. You get what I mean? It's kind of like it's kind of like, okay, you pleasing me, but I don't want you just taking charge. I want you just own me. You know what I mean? She seemed like that. She that type of chick that she just want a man to just say, here, like this my shit. You ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? A little bit aggressive. He don't seem like the aggressive type. He seem more of the baby, how that feel? Baby, am I da, 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 like that type. Like he seemed like he's more submissive in the bedroom. I'm just saying, just by listening to her, he seemed like he's submissive in the bedroom. He's not the dominant one. She seemed like the dominant one, and he seemed like the submissive in the bedroom. Just from my observation, because this is my first time listening to it.
In that realm. So I would see him trying and really going to work. And I'm sure so many women can relate. Like, you want to reward that man for that work. And the only reward.
No, she lying. She feels sorry. Look at his face. He looks sad. That's so sad. I'm not laughing to shame me. I promise you, this he looks sad. The man looks sad. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, he looks so sad. He looks so sad. He feel like damn. I guess she talked him into doing this interview. He looked like Will Smith. And she looked like she's the dominant one. And when she says when she wants to reward him, um, it's kind of like this how she look at him. Like, okay, you did a lot, but you ain't do shit. I'm gonna give you some pancakes and some turkey bacon for trying that type. But he really do look defeated. It is sad.
Or that you have to offer is an orgasm. But even if I didn't feel it, I would still be performative. So yes, I was faking it. But once you start, how do you stop? How do you climb back out of that rabbit hole? You can't really have a conversation about it now. So I actually did it to myself. But what's more important
lying.
is that
She's lying. No, no, she's lying. This from me listening, and I'm like, listen, I don't care if you get mad with me. Like somebody else is fucking her. She's getting fucked somewhere else. Like a bitch ain't gonna stay in a 10-year marriage with some unsatisfying sex. Come on now. Unsatisfying sex is gonna reach a breaking point. The fuck? No. That lady's fucking somebody else.
the fact that it had nothing to do with him. He was doing everything that a man could do to please a woman. The problem was that I didn't know my own body. And
you couldn't communicate what exactly you wanted.
Exactly. I had to learn that first. And what the problem was, I was so busy performing and putting on a show that I didn't take the time to be pleased. I didn't take the time to enjoy it because that wasn't my priority. My priority was him. And that comes from a place where, ever since we're young,
she felt sorry for him. She felt sorry for him. Like I said earlier, she didn't want to hurt his feelings. So she kept it going. But this is my thing. Like I said early in the live stream, we a woman got to know her body. So like, if you're the man to teach a woman her body, like let's say, and it don't even have to be, it don't even have to be like you teaching her, like she okay, she's not a virgin, but let's say like she never had a threesome. Let's say she never had a man never ate her out. Let's say she never had anal. Let's say she never had like all those things are new. So the moment you teach a woman those things, we get addicted and we become hooked on you. We do. We become hooked on you. We become addicted to you. Especially when you open us up and we try something new, right? When we try something new and you open us up, um, that is what takes us away because you're showing me something that I didn't know. So it's kind of like you see how she said that, oh, she had to figure out what her body was like, or blah blah blah. If you a man and you dealing with a woman, let's say she's 35, like a lot of 30-year-old, 40-year-olds, they don't even know their fucking body. But you can teach a woman how to know her body. You just gotta take your time with her. You know what I mean? So you can teach a woman how to know her body if you take your time with the woman and find out what her spots is. That right there take us away because these are things we don't know, and it's kind of like, oh my god, he done open Pandora box. You get what I'm saying? All right, let's go to the next one. But if he was to teach her things about her body, like let's say you do an explore night, a woman you dealing with, just say you want to explore her, you just take your time touching her, kissing her, whatever, seeing the things she like, and having her be brutally honest with you. You can you can. That's how a lot of men imprint women. You can imprint women through sex. Because once we figure something out about us, it's kind of like you know me, then I know myself. That's what happened to us. It's kind of like, oh god damn, this nigga teach me something, so he know me more than I know myself. All right, let's get back to it.
We're sold these false narratives that women are sex objects. Women are here for the pleasing of men. Women are toys. You see it on billboard ads. You see it on the cover of books. You see it in, car magazines. You see it everywhere. Sexy women draped across something, advertising something. So we're kind of subconsciously led to believe those things. And for me, this is how it played out in my life.
And everything is all good there now, right?
Oh yeah, he's awesome. I figured out my problems.
Hurt my heart though. I ain't gonna lie. I hurt my heart. I might have cried a couple of times, but it helped our relationship even better.
See, she's trying to cover it up. She's still trying to fake the phone. And I'm gonna tell you something. Like from my observation, I feel like she's like, listen. I just feel like she's getting her needs met somewhere else, just by like listening to them talk and and all this shit. I just feel like she's getting her needs met somewhere else.
Better.
But on a more serious note, me doing that was very, very detrimental, and it put into effect the fall of a series of dominoes that hurt our relationship in the absolute worst way. It was actually one of the reasons why he cheated.
Mm. So do you feel
The sex wasn't good on his end. I mean, a nigga, like a dude be fucking a bitch and she could have bad sex, he'll still deal with a chick. He could be his baby mama, he gonna get good sex somewhere else. But not women. You know what I mean? So it's like he ain't gonna tell her, I cheated because you had bad sex. Nah, he ain't gonna do that. But a woman, we put that out there. Yeah, you got bad sex. Yeah, you got bad this. Because a dude could train a woman to what he like. With women, it's kind of hard. It's like either you that or you not. It's like even if we tell you we like it like this, it's like it still ain't gonna go. A lot of time it be the energy. Like a woman could meet a certain dude, he automatically like that. He already know what you like. And some dudes be like, well, I don't read minds, but it's not about reading the mind. It's like an energy. I can't even explain it. Have you ever met a chick and as soon as y'all met, it was like hot and heavy. You can feel the tension through the air type of shit. And then like the moment y'all got it on, it was just like some of the most amazing sex you ever fucking have. That's how it is for women too. Once you run across a certain type of man. So the energy be high. So if he cheat on her, you think she never cheated on him? and she's like real open with it, candid with it. Like, come on now. He seemed like the type that he's the father figure, he's the husband, and she get her back broken somewhere else, and he goes outside and gets sex. They're okay. They probably was in love when they was younger, but they're not in love now. Right now, they're just doing stuff for the business and for raising the kids. They just like friends living in the house. Like they ain't having no good goddamn sex. You can tell by the way he's sitting there and by the way she's sitting there. Cause I'm tell you something. A woman that's caught up on you, a woman that's addicted to you, a woman that's enjoying herself, it's kind of like we be touching your thigh, we be trying to hold your hand, we be trying to look you in your eyes, we be trying to kiss you. And I'm the type of woman I like to take my hand and massage the back of my man's neck. Like when he's driving, I like to grab my hand, just like massage your neck type. Or like if you sitting down, I'll grab like your muscles under your arms and I'll just like massage them. You like your muscles or like if you know what I mean? Like if we somewhere out and he's like let's say he's ordering his drink, I'll probably get up and ask them, do they have this and that and this and that? And I'll bring it to the table for him. I'll fix his table mat. It's kind of like little things like that. So when like if they're sitting there, you can tell by the chemistry that they're just dealing with each other. They're not gonna be together for very long. And a lot of times when you get in these long ass relationships, people don't be want to break up because it's so many years. So it's kind of like, fuck, do I leave this bitch and I've been with her for 15 years? So you rather to swallow the pill and stay with the bitch, even though she don't do it for you sexually. Because people look at it like this. Okay, she's not giving me amazing sex. He's not giving me amazing sex, but still we have a business, we got kids, we got a house, we got a car. So let's just stay together because we already been together for 20 years. We already been together for 15 years. We already been together for 10 years. So that's like the mindset with a lot of people that have been together so long. And then you growing to be being friends with a person. So that's what type of energy I'm getting. I don't get that steamy type of shit.
Feel like so how did that conversation even come about? Like Envy, where you were like, am I not performing enough? Or were you at some point like you're not performing enough? Or like how did that come about?
One night we were in bed and we were having sex, and she was just I remember in the middle of it she was like, yes but no, and I'm like, yeah, yes but no what?
Something like that.
Yes but yes but no what? And she was like, we got into like a argument, and then she was like, well, I don't be having an orgasm. She didn't say it in that. She speaks way more eloquent than I would have. And I was like, what? And she was like, I don't. I'm like, no, yes, you do. I hear it. Like, yeah, and then she was like, no, I'm faking it. I'm like, every time? And she was like, yeah. And then
Somebody told her to tell him the truth. And I'm telling you, sometimes like when women are frustrated, that's when the truth come out. When she's real, 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 real mad, you just listen to her. So they got into a little scuffle. And I'm gonna tell you something. You know he was sleeping with Erica Mena, the girl that marries the Safari. Him and her had some of those amazing sex. Cause he did a show and she was on I think she was supposed to be on a show or something like that and they ended up canceling her. But one of the rumors was she gave him some of those amazing sex. And I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of times men don't want to hurt their main, but let's be honest here. If the chick ain't like I don't see myself being with somebody that I'm not happy with. I don't see it. Men, it's more so like y'all will stay more into the relationship because y'all have a little bit more invested. I'm gonna talk about that on the line stand though. Y'all have a little bit more invested in a woman, and y'all kind of like build this attachment. But it's kind of like once a woman meet a new nigga, he'll demolish that attachment to you. He'll knock that shit out the water. She not gonna be thinking about you no more once she get a taste of him. Hold on.
and that just crushed me because I thought I was putting in work. Like I'm sitting there thinking I'm, Big Daddy Long Leg, you know what I mean? Like, and she's sitting there like, no, not at all. So it really hurt my heart. Like it hurt me because for that time, I thought I was pleasing my wife. I thought I was pleasing, you hear all these.
See what he said? He said he thought he was Big Daddy He thought he was Big Daddy Long Leg or some shit. Like them inches. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you what a big dick do. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. The feeling is kind of like, oh my gosh, it takes your breath away, but it ain't to the point of the orgasm though. So it's like it don't matter if you have a big dick. That don't matter. Like that shit don't fucking matter. Like that. Like people say size really matter. It don't really matter if you get her mind. If you get her in tune with you mentally. So like you could be dealing with a 5 inch. You be dealing with a fucking 4 inch. Like how you think? Like come on now. Like women, listen. That shit is in your head. You gotta know how to connect with a bitch mentally, open her up mentally. So okay, we talking about inches. This because you have a big dick don't mean it's gonna cause an orgasm. That shit don't cause an orgasm. It be on a mental level for women too, and the way you touch her. You know what I'm saying?
Stories of women talking about their girlfriend. Oh, girl, he was so short. Oh, girl, he ain't doing nothing, and they like they laughing. Now I feel like that's what my wife was doing.
Yeah. Yeah. But the way that it came out, we had gotten into an argument. And when I was trying to resolve the argument, he tried to slap the band-aid of sex over it. And we had done that so many times before. Like, let me just give us some.
You know that
Yeah,
conversation.
let me just give us some.
Text just D and shut up. You know that.
I actually think that's the most toxic. A lot of people love like makeup sex. And in my opinion, I feel like it's the most toxic thing ever.
Makeup sex is not toxic, okay? No, it's not. And a lot of these women don't deal with men. They be dealing with multiple men. Okay, so you say doing makeup sex about 5 different niggas. No, I'm talking about your man. Ain't nothing wrong with no damn makeup sex. Like, cause listen, the thing is, the dude that women be arguing with, that dude don't get them turned up. So it's kind of like she don't want to give you makeup sex because she already don't like you. But the dude that we like, we want, it's kind of like, okay, we're gonna talk about this, but after we finish this, we're gonna go back to the conversation. It's like that. That shit is not toxic. Makeup sex is not toxic, okay? I actually enjoy makeup sex. I feel like it's good for the relationship. You know, me and my man getting it on, sweating, whatever. You know what I mean? So let me get back to the live stream. Hold on. It's not toxic, y'all.
And we had had quite a bit of makeup sex.
Yeah.
And I was over it that day. So I'm like, we didn't even get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, you talk about it and then you can make up with this.
You have to get to a point of understanding.
Right.
Then you can have happy makeup sex. But I was having disgruntled makeup sex. And I'm laying there and I'm thinking to myself, like, and then it just came out. So what I did, which was wrong, was I weaponized it. There was a time and place for me to communicate how I felt. There was a way in which to do it. And that is not the decision that I made. I did it to hurt him. I did it to spite him. And it made our relationship that much more toxic because now I have a husband with a bruised ego who's looking at me as a wife who's a liar and who not only lied, but lied to him for years. And in the most delicate part.
Now I'm about to drop some gems. It's either she got a dude she fucking or she got a favorite toy she used. It's either she's using a toy. It's either she used a toy or she got a dude she's fucking. That's why she threw it in his face. It's either those two things. Give me a second. Cause a woman get caught up on a toy. That's why she was so easy to throw that shit in his face. So if she knows about having orgasm and understanding her body, it's either two things. It's either she got a toy or she got to do what she's fucking.
That conversation.
At that point, I think we were married for. We're in the
That was our Kindergarten house. It was the other house.
It was the other house. It was
Yeah.
when we were on a lease.
Yep.
16, 17, maybe 17 years ago. So we're probably 10 or 11 years into our marriage.
Mhm.
Yeah, you remember where the bedroom,
Yeah, I
that
just
we
remember the
sat there
bedroom
and
in the
had the
house.
conversation. It was the house prior to the one that we're living in now. So yeah, no, it was a long time ago. But let me tell you something. It had years of consequences.
Oh my goodness. That's a long time. That's definitely a long time. But you could clearly see the work that you guys have done with your responses and your self-awareness and the parts, you each play to get to where you are today. There's not a lot of pointing fingers, which I love. So I love that for you guys. Love the Black love come through.
Baby.
Yes. And you guys
Yes.
also talk about questions to ask yourself before marriage. And you give, I think, about 25 questions to ask yourself. For each of you, what would you say is the most important question to ask yourself before marriage for the people watching?
Faking it in a real relationship. That chapter is a
Okay, so that's that. Breaking down why women fake their orgasm in a nutshell. To me, it looks like she was cheating. That's what it looked like to me. You may say something different. You may say China White, you're reacting, or she has a sex toy. So listen, those sex toys be taking a woman to their highest peak. Cause look, listen, okay, y'all, listen. I promised my man I will not do like he don't want me to he don't want me to talk too sexual in my live streams. So over here, I gotta kind of like package it a little better. Like I can't do the same old live stream I used to do. Like I gotta be a little bit more like package my. I gotta control myself when I'm on my live streams a little bit more because I can get extremely explicit doing my live streams, right, y'all? Y'all know your girl get a little bit explicit, but I told him, I promised him I wasn't gonna cause check this out, y'all. This is come on now. This is the mindset of the Black woman over here. We talk about sexual topics, and I just wanted to do a little breakdown on that. Women faking their orgasms. How she faked her orgasms for fucking how long she faked it for? Over 10 years. Like, come on now. I ain't doing that. Um I ain't doing that faking it for 10 years. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Like my first relationship, right? I always tell the story of my first relationship. Okay, so I didn't know my body. I did not know my body. Hold on. Oh shit. I didn't know my body. He was still young too. And the more I began to understand my body, it was kind of like, and I'm not gonna throw him under the bus because I'm just not gonna throw him under the bus. I'll just say we were in two different places, okay? We were. And out of respect for him, it just I it wasn't there, but we're still friends though. we are. We're friends. And I'm in a relationship right now and I'm happy where I'm at in my relationship right now. So like he could never take me there. I was like he couldn't do it. Could not do it. And I remember I'm like, what the fuck? And when that relationship was done, right? I met a man I was dealing with, right? And this man will fuck the shit out of my mind. He mind fucked me. Like he literally mind fucked me. I wasn't the same. I wasn't the same China White, right? I'm still a good girl, but I'm a bad girl. I'm most definitely a bad girl. And it was kind of like I was okay to let out my sexual inhibitions through him. And he made me feel comfortable with the things that I like. Because I remember that was the first relationship ever had, right? And I'll put it out there, I was married to him. And he shunned my sexual inhibitions. It was like I felt dirty, you know? And when that relationship was finished, because I'm the type of chick, I like colors. I'm into bondage. I'm into pleasure and pain, right? And I lean towards, slaving myself when it comes to my man, right? I'm into that type of shit. Like, I'm into spankings. I'm into collars. I'm into being dominated. I'm into sexual submission on its highest form of sexual submission, on its rare form, right? And that takes a lot out of a woman. A woman got to be dedicated. That's not, it has to bring her pleasure. I'll say that. So I'm the type of woman, it brings me pleasure to serve you, to, that right there takes me to my highest peak, because I know I'm doing what makes you happy, so that pleases me. That takes me to my highest of my high, right? And a lot of people don't understand that type of that type of submission don't exist, especially in the bedroom, right? So my first relationship, which he was my husband, we were together for a long time, right? Long time. I would tell him the things that I like, but I didn't really know what it was. I did not know. I didn't fucking know. I'm like, damn, I like that. I want to try that. And he'll look at me like I'm and I'm like, it's something wrong with me, and it's like, because I'm in my 30s, right? I'm in my 30s. And when that relationship was done, I met, the dude that really opened me up, right? He opened up my mind. And I was comfortable. I was comfortable to explore my sexual inhibitions. He didn't shame me. It was kind of like, people call it quote unquote dirty or nasty, right? He never said that. He embraced my dark side. Every woman got a dark side. That's all I'm saying. Like, see that dude, DJ Envy, he don't know that his wife like swingers clubs. I'm just throwing something out there. He don't know that she likes to be tied up. You think that man could imagine his woman being tied up upside down with her mouth open, receiving a spanking? That man probably lose his fucking mind. But she likes that type of shit. You know what I mean? She want to do the bite on her and just grab her ass and slap her ass and leave his hand marks on her ass and whisper in the ears. I'm listen, that pussy is mine. She liked that shit. You can tell. It hurt his feelings. His feelings was hurt. He sat there. He looked like Will Smith. But she she done opened herself up and she want to test the limits, and she don't want to hurt him. She don't. She don't want to hurt him. So if you was a man, you dealing with a woman, what you gotta do? You gotta detach. You gotta take the, because a lot of men, you see your woman in a certain light, a certain woman. Let's say it's your wife. Let's say it's your girlfriend. A certain woman you're dealing with. You got, because let's say at the end of the day, women, we're nasty as fuck. We want to be, fucked out of our minds. We want to be explored. We do. Women want to be explored. And that has nothing to do with your emotions. That has nothing to do with your feelings. You involving your feelings is because you done already put women that do those type of things in a certain category. So if your woman or woman that you're dealing with show any trace of that or act upon that in that way, you view her in that light, and that's a light you refuse to look at the woman that you're dealing with. That's a problem. You gotta stop. All women like nasty things. All of them. The thing is, we need to embarrass to let you know, because you done put us on this pedestal, and we're scared that you're gonna judge us or look at us a certain type of way. Now, that's because she lean on your validation. If she leaning on your validation, that's that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. That actually means that she had a father. Okay, but it's bad too, because it's kind of like, I'm scared for him to see me in this light, so I'm not going to do nothing that step outside his little boundaries to make him feel uncomfortable. Now, that's the fucked up part about it. That's the fucked up part about it, because you put your wife in you put her in this circle, and if she step outside that little square you put her in, and you're going to shame her. But what happens is a woman gonna get tired of it. It's kind of like DJ Envy wife. She reached a breaking point, but she actually told him that you don't even get me off. A woman's gonna have a breaking point because you still got her in this box, and every time you feel like she's about to step outside that boundary, I'm gonna tell you what it is though. It's fear. It's fear that if she's like one of them women, she might leave you, or she might go fuck another nigga. That's what that is. No, but you shouldn't fear that. That's why you don't put a woman inside a box. We only want you to put us in a box when we want to be your wife, when we want to be your girlfriend. But once we get that title, we want to step outside the box. Do you get that? Let me write that down. That's some real shit. And that's something a lot of men need to know too. That's very important. Because what happens is you begin to shape your reality. You begin to shape your reality by being delusional. You're delusional. That's how men become delusional, and that's what make you like a boring fuck. You become a boring fuck because you scared to turn her the fuck out. I'm just saying, it is what it is. Gotta take that woman out of that box. Whatever box you put her in, take her out of that shit. A woman only, we want to be in a box when we want to be the wife, when we want to be the girlfriend. So what we'll do is we will wear the mask, and when we get the position we want in your life, that is when we start making our demands on you. That is when we begin to say, okay, I don't like this, I don't like that. I don't like this, I don't like that. I don't want this to happen. I don't want you to do this, I don't want you to do that. See, we take you out of our box, but you still got us in your box. Because in the beginning, she would never say this to you, but then she began to say that shit to you. Because now her mask off, she already got what she want. Now it's time for her to actually deal with you the way she want to deal with you. The thing is, you still got her in the box. You got to take the bitch out the box. Like, don't put me in the fucking box. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, with me, like, I'm not no wife. I ain't no motherfucking wife. I ain't don't ever try to put me in that wife box shit. I'm not doing that shit. That shit is a game in the facade. Niggas play that game in bitches. Cause a nigga will dangle that shit in front of a woman like a carrot, and bitches will sell a nigga a dream. I don't play them games. I ain't doing that shit. I mean, I'd rather the dude I deal with to live in his own shit, and I live with my own shit. I got my 2 trucks. I got my house I own, and I got my business. He got his business. He got his house. He got his cars. And when we meet together, it be on. We don't have to worry about it. Like, ain't none of that shit. I would never do that shit again. I would never do that shit again. Cause it's like once you have those titles, that shit is boring. I never see quote unquote a man and a woman that's together. I never see a man and a woman that's together that's like they doing the shit they did before they was married or some shit. I never see that shit. That shit is boring. I can't. Like I couldn't fucking do that shit. My mindset is just like I want to take a trip. Like my man told me the other day, like he want to make love under the waterfall, so we about to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. Like I don't want to talk about all that shit, having kids and you know what I mean, all that shit. No, I don't want to do any of that. I want to travel. I want to travel and fuck. You know what I mean? I want to travel, fuck, eat. You know, make money, etc. All that other shit, that wifey shit, that husband shit, nah. That shit is boring to me. That picket fence, cause I done had that experience before. And anybody that understand when you in a relationship, you so close with a person, like it's like a box we put each other in. You know what I mean? I ain't with that shit. Like, do you? And I see you and you see me and we enjoy each other when we're together. That be some of the most amazing because there's no strings there. There's nothing holding me to you and there's nothing you holding yourself to me. You're free to walk away. I lean on that shit. Like that fairy tale land, all that shit come and go. Because once you connect with a person, that shit should already be there. It's already there. That what's more guaranteed than you and a person when you guys are around each other, you can feel the energy when you're talking to that person. Or let's say you're not dealing with that person, it's been 5 years, it's been 2 years. As soon as you talk to that person, that shit's still there because that energy don't fucking die. So I don't need a title to let me know what I am when I know what I am when it comes to you. And you know what I am when it comes to me. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like that fairy tale bullshit. I don't play them games. That's why sex fall and hit people straight in their fucking head. It gets boring as fuck, and you don't know how to resurrect the dead with that shit. That shit is like the walking fucking dead. You know, your sex life is dead as fuck. You know, your sex life is dead as fuck because, you know, you a pleaser. You're trying to please the bitch. And that shit ain't working because she ain't keeping it 100 with you. Because she put you in a box of being a husband and you can't be that nasty ass freak. So she giving you sex, basic sex. And you think that's the most freaky she can be. No, just listen to the woman. That woman is craving. She want a hair pull. She want to be dead dirty. You know what I mean? You gotta take the bitch outside of the box. Niggas always putting woman in the box. That's the problem. Gotta take the bitch outside the box. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go. I was on here real quick. I just wanted to review that. I'm gonna try to come back on, let me see, probably Friday or Saturday. Cause I got a live stream coming up for Lions Den. And we going ham over there. So if you ain't subscribed to the Lions Den, make sure you subscribe to the Lions Den. I love y'all. Until we meet again, this your girl China White. Listen, y'all, I gotta get in bed. Y'all. I love y'all. Peace. Bye, y'all. Mwah. Mwah. Bye, y'all.